Life is a series of small choices that, when taken together, form the foundation of our character and our destiny. How you begin your day often sets the tone for the hours that follow. The Stoic philosophers, including Marcus Aurelius, believed that we can transform our lives through daily habits and practices. With the right approach, we can create a disciplined and meaningful morning routine that aligns with the core principles of Stoicism. In this video, we'll delve into 10 Stoic-inspired actions you can incorporate into your mornings to cultivate a life of purpose and fulfillment. Each action is designed to help you embrace Stoic virtues, grow stronger in character, and face life's challenges with resilience. Stay with us until the end to learn how these practices can transform your day and, ultimately, your life. Remember, change does not happen all at once, but through steady and persistent effort. If you're here, consider yourself different from the majority, committed to self-improvement. Now, let us begin. 1. Practice discipline in small actions. The Stoics teach us that discipline in small things leads to progress in greater things. Marcus Aurelius said that we must start by mastering the seemingly trivial acts that shape our daily lives. Have you ever considered how many small decisions you make every day without realizing their impact? These small acts, when repeated, shape your habits and your character. What does it mean to practice discipline in the little things? It could be as simple as setting your alarm clock far from your bed, forcing yourself to get up and start moving in the morning. This small act helps you avoid the temptation of the snooze button and sets a tone of commitment from the very first moment of your day. Remember, movement generates energy, and when you begin the day by getting up immediately, you cultivate the discipline that can be applied to larger tasks. Another small but significant action is making your bed each morning. At first glance, it seems insignificant, yet it symbolizes the importance of completing a task, no matter how minor. When you make your bed, you accomplish the first task of the day, giving you a small sense of pride and setting you on a path to complete other tasks. It also reinforces the idea that if you can do the small things right, you can handle the big challenges that life throws at you. Consider this. Are you consistent in your morning habits, or do you allow yourself to skip them when you don't feel like it? Practicing discipline, even when it's inconvenient, helps build a strong character. As the Stoics emphasize, it is the strength of our habits that dictates the quality of our lives. The small, everyday actions we take either strengthen us or weaken us over time. What kind of person are you becoming with the habits you currently practice? Incorporating discipline into your mornings sets a solid foundation for the rest of the day. By mastering the small actions, you prepare yourself for bigger challenges ahead. The daily exercise of discipline is a constant training of the mind and will, shaping your character to face greater struggles with grace and strength. How can you apply more discipline to your mornings? What small changes can you make today that will accumulate into significant improvements in your life? Let us now move on to another crucial morning practice that Stoicism advocates: embracing the concept of Memento Mori. 2. Embrace the concept of Memento Mori. The idea of Memento Mori, or remember that you will die, is a central tenet of Stoicism. Far from being a morbid thought, it is a call to live fully and meaningfully, understanding that life is fleeting and precious. Marcus Aurelius reflected on death frequently, reminding himself that each day could be his last. By doing so, he was able to focus on what truly mattered, leaving behind trivial distractions and aligning his actions with his highest values. Do you reflect on your mortality as a daily practice? The Stoics believed that by contemplating death, we sharpen our awareness of life's impermanence and bring clarity to our priorities. When we remember that we are mortal, we are inspired to live with greater intention. We become less concerned with external opinions and more focused on inner virtues. Start each day by considering the possibility that it could be your last. Ask yourself, if today were my final day, would I be content with how I am living? Would I choose to spend my time differently? These questions help you align your actions with your deeper values and push you towards living authentically. Memento Mori is not about living in fear of death, but about using the awareness of it to fuel a meaningful life. It's about living each day as if it were a gift, which it truly is. The next time you are faced with a difficult decision, let the thought of your mortality guide you to the choice that brings you closer to living a virtuous life. Let it remind you that life's real wealth is found not in material possessions or fleeting pleasures, but in character, wisdom, and the pursuit of virtue. In your own life, how often do you pause to reflect on what truly matters? When was the last time you made a choice based on your understanding of life's impermanence? The awareness of death should not paralyze you, but instead empower you to live more courageously and fully. Now, let's explore how finding your purpose, or Ikigai, can complement this Stoic approach. 3. Discover your Ikigai. The concept of Ikigai, often translated as reason for being, aligns closely with Stoic ideals of purpose and duty. Finding your Ikigai means identifying what gives your life meaning and waking up each morning with a sense of direction. In the writings of Marcus Aurelius, we find a similar notion, the idea that we each have a role to play, a duty to fulfill, and that we should rise each day ready to do so with honor. What is your Ikigai? What drives you to get out of bed each morning? For some, it might be their family or a creative pursuit. For others, it could be the desire to serve the community or excel in a chosen field. It is essential to identify what brings you a sense of fulfillment, as it gives you the motivation needed to face life's challenges. When you are aware of your purpose, even the most mundane tasks become meaningful. To find your Ikigai, ask yourself questions like, what do I love to do? What am I good at? What does the world need from me? And what can I be paid for? Reflecting on these questions can help you uncover what resonates with your deeper sense of self. Write down your thoughts and refine them until you can clearly articulate your purpose. Remember, Ikigai is not a destination, but a journey. It may evolve over time as you grow and your priorities shift. Once you have a clearer sense of your Ikigai, use it to guide your daily actions. Let it be the reason you wake up in the morning, the force that drives you to pursue your goals, and the standard against which you measure your progress. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, what we do now echoes in eternity. Your actions today, guided by your Ikigai, are the legacy you will leave behind. Are you living in alignment with your purpose? If not, what changes can you make to bring your daily actions closer to your Ikigai? As you reflect on these questions, let's move on to how setting positive expectations before bed can shape your mornings. 4. Set positive expectations before sleep. The thoughts you carry with you as you go to sleep have a significant impact on how you wake up. The Stoics understood the importance of mental preparation, not just during the day, but before going to bed. Marcus Aurelius would reflect each night on his actions, judging whether he had lived according to his principles. This nightly practice was his way of setting a positive mindset for the next day. Before you fall asleep, take a moment to consider the day's events. What went well? What could have been better? Instead of focusing on failures, see them as opportunities for growth. Remind yourself that tomorrow is another chance to improve, to make better choices, and to live according to the principles of Stoicism. What are your thoughts before bed? Do you go to sleep replaying the day's disappointments, or do you set a positive expectation for tomorrow? It is crucial to end each day with a mindset that fosters motivation and strength. When you choose to focus on gratitude and hope before sleep, you are more likely to wake up with the same mindset. Conversely, if you dwell on negativity, you may find it harder to start the day with enthusiasm. Creating a bedtime ritual can help reinforce these positive expectations. This might include writing down 3 things you are grateful for, setting an intention for the next day, or practicing deep breathing to calm your mind. These small habits can transform the quality of your sleep and the tone of your morning. Do you prepare your mind for the next day, or do you let your day's troubles follow you into your dreams? If you begin each morning with a renewed sense of purpose, you are practicing one of the most effective forms of self-discipline. As we move to the next point, let's explore the importance of avoiding distractions first thing in the morning. 5. Avoid distractions when you wake up. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. From the moment we wake up, our phones, emails, and social media demand our attention. However, the Stoics teach us to focus on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the idea of paying attention to the present moment and not letting oneself be scattered by trivial matters. When you wake up, are you immediately pulled in different directions? Do you find yourself checking notifications, scrolling through social media, or diving into the news? These activities may seem harmless, but they set a tone of distraction rather than focus. Instead, start your morning by dedicating the first hour to something meaningful. This could be meditation, journaling, exercise, or working on a personal project. Ask yourself, what is the first thing you do each morning? Are you intentional about it, or do you allow yourself to be swept away by the demands of technology and the world around you? By consciously choosing to avoid distractions, you give yourself the opportunity to start the day with purpose. You take control of your time and your attention, which are among your most valuable resources. Consider setting boundaries for your morning routine. For instance, decide not to check your phone until you've completed a few productive tasks. If you wake up early with a sense of purpose, you will be less likely to fall prey to distractions. Keep your focus on the present moment and what is most important, and you will find that the quality of your mornings improves significantly. 6. Find an accountability partner. A principle that often surfaces in the writings of Stoic philosophers is the importance of mutual support and community. Marcus Aurelius, in his reflections, often acknowledged his indebtedness to those who helped him develop his virtues. The Stoics believed that while self-discipline and inner strength are crucial, having someone to support you in your pursuit of goals can make a profound difference. Why is it so important to have an accountability partner in your life? An accountability partner is someone who shares your values and helps keep you committed to your morning routine and other personal goals. This person can be a friend, family member, colleague, or even a coach who encourages you to stay on track. By regularly checking in with someone who genuinely cares about your progress, you not only gain motivation, but also develop a stronger sense of responsibility. Do you currently have someone who keeps you accountable for your goals? Think about how this person's involvement influences your commitment to your routine. If you share your plans with someone who encourages you to be your best self, You are more likely to persevere, especially on days when you feel like giving up. The Stoics, though emphasizing self-reliance, also acknowledged the value of companionship and honest feedback. Engaging with an accountability partner is not about dependence, but about cultivating virtues together. How do you choose the right person for this role? An ideal accountability partner should be someone who is reliable, supportive, and shares a similar outlook on life, ideally one that is aligned with Stoic principles. They should be committed to growth and willing to push you to stay consistent with your morning routine. It's helpful if this person is also striving to achieve a goal of their own, as you can mutually encourage each other to remain focused. Having an accountability partner not only makes you more likely to achieve your goals, but also strengthens the bond between you and the person supporting you. It fosters a sense of shared purpose and reinforces the idea that we are not isolated in our struggles. We all need support, and Stoicism reminds us that seeking assistance is a strength, not a weakness. So, who can you ask to help you stay accountable? How can you support each other in your journeys? As you ponder these questions, let's move on to the next vital step in the morning routine: embracing negative visualization. 7. Embrace negative visualization. One of the core practices in Stoicism is the concept of premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization. This involves anticipating potential problems or difficulties and mentally preparing for them. The Stoics believed that by contemplating what could go wrong, we can better manage our expectations and handle adversity with a calm mind. This practice is not about pessimism. Rather, it is about being realistic and ready to face life's inevitable challenges. Do you ever find yourself feeling anxious or stressed when something doesn't go as planned? The Stoic approach would be to visualize such difficulties in advance, so that when they occur, you are not caught off guard. For example, imagine you have a significant presentation coming up. Rather than solely picturing it going smoothly, also consider scenarios where technical difficulties arise, or you forget a part of your speech. By preparing for these setbacks in your mind, you reduce the fear associated with them and increase your ability to remain composed. How often do you prepare yourself for what could go wrong? Negative visualization allows you to detach from outcomes, realizing that you can control your response, but not always the situation itself. It teaches you to focus on the present moment and accept whatever happens with equanimity. This mindset helps prevent disappointment and frustration, as you have already accounted for the possibility of things not turning out perfectly. Imagine starting your day with this kind of mental exercise. Picture the potential challenges you might face, whether it's dealing with a difficult colleague, unexpected traffic, or a delay in a project. Consider how you would respond calmly and effectively in each scenario. By doing this, you train your mind to remain steady in the face of obstacles, ensuring that no matter what the day brings, you are mentally prepared. Remember, Marcus Aurelius himself practiced negative visualization. He often reminded himself that he would encounter people who were meddling, ungrateful, or arrogant. By anticipating such behaviors, he was able to maintain his composure and stay true to his values. Reflecting on what could go wrong each morning can help you adopt a similar mindset, embracing the challenges of the day rather than fearing them. Do you view potential setbacks as opportunities for growth? When you can see life's adversities as a training ground for developing your character, you become more resilient. Now, let's transition to the importance of waking up consistently and how it builds a foundation for all other habits. 8. Wake up consistently. Discipline yourself and others won't need to, the Stoics might advise. Consistency is at the heart of Stoic practice. Waking up at the same time each day, regardless of circumstances, strengthens your willpower and reinforces the commitment to live according to your principles. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have to go to work,' as a human being." Are you consistent in your wake-up time? Or do you find yourself hitting the snooze button and delaying the start of your day? Establishing a regular time to wake up not only brings structure to your life, but also builds momentum for your daily activities. The act of rising at the same time each day becomes a statement of intent, setting the tone for how you approach the day's tasks. If you struggle with waking up early, consider breaking the habit into manageable phases. The first 10 days will likely be the most challenging as your body adjusts to a new routine. During this time, you may feel tempted to stay in bed or rationalize why you should sleep a little longer. This is the moment when you must exercise discipline, pushing through discomfort and reminding yourself of the benefits. What can you do to make waking up easier? One helpful strategy is to create an environment that encourages getting out of bed. Place your alarm clock across the room so you have to physically get up to turn it off. This simple act initiates movement, which naturally helps you wake up. Another approach is to have a clear purpose for the morning, such as exercise, meditation, or working on a personal project. Knowing you have something meaningful to do can motivate you to rise promptly. Think of waking up consistently as building a muscle. The more you do it, the stronger your willpower becomes, and the easier it is to maintain the habit. Over time, you'll find that the early hours of the morning become some of the most productive and rewarding parts of your day. Are you ready to make this change? Waking up consistently is not just about getting out of bed. It's about taking control of your life, one day at a time. As we explore the next practice, let's consider how preparing for your mornings the night before can make this habit even more effective. 9. Prepare for your morning the night before. One of the keys to a successful morning is effective preparation the night before. The Stoics teach us that we must direct our efforts towards a purposeful end. Otherwise, we will act in vain. Planning ahead and setting the conditions for a productive morning ensures that you start the day with fewer distractions and greater focus. As Marcus Aurelius advises, all our efforts must be directed toward the end. What do you do before going to bed? Are your nighttime habits conducive to a restful sleep and a productive morning? To prepare for the day ahead, consider setting aside time in the evening to lay out your clothes, organize your workspace, and avoid stimulating activities such as watching television or scrolling through social media. These actions help minimize decision fatigue in the morning and allow you to focus on the tasks that truly matter. Do you find it difficult to relax before bedtime? If unresolved issues or worries keep you awake, try writing down your thoughts or practicing deep breathing exercises. These practices calm the mind, reduce stress, and signal to your body that it is time to rest. Remember that quality sleep is an essential component of a productive morning. Without it, you may struggle to stay alert and focused, no matter how well you prepare. The small sacrifice of preparing for the next day pays significant dividends. When you wake up, you won't have to waste time deciding what to wear or what to do next. Your mind will be free to concentrate on your goals, and you will have more energy to devote to meaningful activities. Preparation is an act of self-care, demonstrating that you value your time and are committed to making the most of each day. How can you improve your nightly routine to better prepare for the morning? Consider making a list of tasks you can complete before bed to make your morning run more smoothly. This might include setting a bedtime alarm to remind you to start winding down, or keeping a journal to reflect on the day's events. As you incorporate these steps into your life, you will notice a significant difference in how your mornings unfold. Now let's move on to appreciating life as a daily practice. 10. Appreciate your life. Gratitude is a practice that goes hand in hand with the Stoic virtue of recognizing the good in all circumstances. Marcus Aurelius often expressed gratitude for the people in his life, his teachers, his family, and even the challenges that helped him grow. The act of appreciating life is not merely about being thankful for the pleasant experiences, but also acknowledging the lessons learned from difficulties. Do you take time each day to appreciate what you have? The Stoics remind us that nothing is too small to be grateful for. By keeping a gratitude journal, you can make this practice a part of your daily routine. Write down 3 to 5 things you are thankful for each morning. This simple exercise shifts your mindset from a focus on lack to a focus on abundance. It fosters a positive outlook that can influence your mood and behavior throughout the day. Why is it important to practice gratitude regularly? Because life is unpredictable, and we often take the most precious things for granted. The Stoics believed that we should remind ourselves of the value of our loved ones, our health, and the opportunities we have each day. By appreciating life in this way, we become more resilient to setbacks and more capable of finding joy in the present moment. Reflect on your day. What are the things you are most grateful for? Do you express this gratitude outwardly, or do you keep it to yourself? Sharing your appreciation with others can deepen your connections and enrich your life. Let those around you know that you value them, and take a moment to savor the experiences that bring you happiness. As we conclude these 10 practices, remember that Stoicism is about gradual improvement, not perfection. It is a lifelong journey of cultivating virtues and strengthening the mind to live in harmony with nature. These 10 morning practices are inspired by Stoicism, offering a path to self-discipline, resilience, and inner peace. By integrating these habits into your daily routine, you can transform your life one morning at a time. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards are profound. Remember, great achievements are the result of consistent, small steps. If this video resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these practices do you find the most helpful? How will you implement them in your life? Your experiences could inspire others to begin their own journey towards self-improvement. Please like the video if you found the content valuable, and subscribe to the channel for more insights on Stoicism and personal development. Don't forget to share this video with anyone who could benefit from a Stoic-inspired morning routine. Thank you for watching, and may each day bring you closer to living a virtuous and fulfilled life.